first of all, Katie, just thank you so much for chatting to us. Just how have you been since the season's ended, and how's your recovery going? Kind of since the season's done.
Yeah, it's been good. Nice to just be able to have some time off of uni and off of training and just relax, really.
And how do you feel like the season kind of went from a personal point of view for yourself? Obviously, England under 20s, playing a lot for Bucks rugby, Bucks final, Premiership final, and just how do you feel it went for Exeter as well?
Yeah, personally, I think my season has been full of lots of opportunities, which I'm very grateful for. Obviously, like you mentioned, getting to represent England under 20s and being able to flow so quite seamlessly between Bucks and Chiefs, getting game time in both, which I really think has helped my development personally. And as a team for Exeter, obviously, we've had a great season. We got to the final again. We won the Prem Cup. And statistically, we have had a brilliant season. We just fell short at the final hurdle, unfortunately. So,
Just quickly to touch on Bucks, how did you kind of find the transition going between the two? Obviously, there's quite a few who do that switch quite regularly, not just for yourself, but also over at Gloucester, Loughborough do a similar thing. But how difficult do you find the transition?
um, honestly, I don't find it difficult at all because the both teams are so like welcoming, and obviously, I've got my other girls doing it with me even at Exeter, and with Poppy being the captain at Chiefs and the coach at Bucks, it's worked very nicely really, and it's I think it's just helped my development more being able to have game time across the two.
I'm just kind of looking at a few highlights of the season. What would you kind of pick as a favourite game or favourite moment from the season?
um Either I'd have to say the semi-final against Saracens, Ailey going over the line in the last couple of minutes and then Liv kicking it out. That was a really great moment, knowing that we had secured our space in the final again, or winning the Prem Cup. Just my first like proper final with Chiefs, and being able to play in that and win that was absolutely amazing.
What about kind of like the toughest game? Obviously, there's so many teams full of international players. Just like, what would be the toughest team you face this season, you'd say?
Well, whenever we go up against Saracens, it's always a hard fought battle, but I'd have to say probably this season would have to be Gloucester. We've fallen short to them a couple of times at the beginning of the season, and obviously then in the final. They just really know how to work the game, and yeah, I'd probably say Gloucester.
Just kind of looking at that final, obviously there is 10,000 people nearly at Kingsholm. Just how important is it to kind of have 10,000 people watching women's rugby? Did it kind of feel like a special occasion to you?
Yeah, it was absolutely amazing. The atmosphere was absolutely superb, and we had so many traveling fans of our own as well. The Chief supporters have been amazing all season. Like they continue to follow us everywhere, so that's great. And obviously, just setting new records all around women's rugby is just great for the development of the game.
And kind of looking at the season as a whole, who would you kind of pick as a player of the season for Exeter if you had to pick a player's player?
I'd probably have to say Kate Zack. She's been absolutely outstanding all season, playing out of position, and it's been great to watch her play and play alongside her. And I really think she's helped me with becoming the player I want to be.
How important is it for you to kind of have those players? Obviously, you've got Kate Zachary playing inside you when you play in the wing. You've got Claudia McDonald as a wing. You got, like you said, Ely Sinclair as well. People like that. Just how nice is it to work around people who've got so many international caps, and just how important is that for your development?
Oh yeah, it's amazing. Like it's so I find it so helpful to be able to just watch them even just in training and learn from them and the way they move and how they like analyze the game almost, and really try and pick bits from each of them to try and develop my own way of playing.
And if you kind of had to look at the wider league as a whole, who would you pick as kind of someone not from Exeter, but who's really shone out this season and been like the player of the season for you?
Well, I'd probably say Mo Hunt. Everyone knows she's had an absolutely outstanding season. She really just control the game for Gloucester, and I think she's just been absolutely outstanding this season.
And looking ahead to next year, kind of what are your aspirations for 2023-24 season for not just yourself, but also Exeter?
Personally, I want to really cement myself into the team and play throughout the season, get good minutes and just develop as a player, and find the way I really want to play. As such a young player, I want to be able to just develop further. And as a team, I know we want to get to that final again and finally win it. Third time's a charm. So, and then win the Prem Cup again. So yeah, I think as a team and just continue playing how we do. I think as a team we've really developed our game this year, adding in such a strong kicking game through Liv McGovern and having our forwards just be so dominant in all their collisions. I think just continue that and keep pushing forward.
And finally, just if you could kind of narrow down the review of the season to 3 words, what 3 words would you be picking?
Exciting, lots of new things, yeah, and tough.
Perfect. So thank you so much for chatting today, just kind of talking through Exeter season. Best of luck for next year and also enjoy the rest of your pre-season.
Thank you. Thanks.